to Mr. Riley out of Illinois. He was taken at number 21 overall. Will Riley, who, yes, during COVID had a growth spurt from 5'9" to 6'8". That's a lot of growth.
That's a lot of growth.
I know his knees was hurting those couple of nights. I remember the growth spurts I went through, as you do as well.
Yeah.
But another thing that he discussed too was versatility. He's not afraid to score, but he brings something to the table that I talk about off camera a lot to people, which is athletes with diverse backgrounds.
Yes.
Soccer player, high jumper. His mom played hockey.
Tony. Come on, man. You know you got some grit.
That's what I was going to say. So all of that, bringing the pedigree of the type of player that Will Riley is, what does that say to you as a pro in this game?
Well, first of all, he may have the biggest upside of all of these guys because he may not be done growing physically, and we know he's going to grow as a player. He's one of these players where you watched in college and he got significantly better at the end of the year. He was in a situation where Illinois started to put the ball in his hands at the end of the season, and then they started to realize what it was that he could actually do. So when you're seeing a guy improve this much toward the end of his college year as a freshman, then what that tells you is that he has a tremendous upside as a pro.
And it tells me that he is prepared for what is being expected of him. And I like the fact that he gave a compliment to the Wizards organization, saying that during the pre-draft workouts, that revealed how tapped in the teams were into him. And I think it's a mutual respect in that regard. He's like, oh, they care about me, I care about them.
Yep.
Let's go to work. And he's going to go to work because you already know it's going to be a lot of competition when we get to camp.
Whole lot of competition. There's some cats out there like, okay, we got some fresh meat.
Yes,
got some fresh meat out here in training camp we got to get to.
I can't wait for them to apply pressure because when you look at the youth of the Washington Wizards heading into this 25-26 season, you got to take into account that 2 years ago you get Bilal Coulibaly.
Yeah.
But let's look at the rest of this roster. Bilal and Tristan came in together, but last year's draft class, Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, and then Keyshawn George. Don't forget the addition of A.J. Johnson.
There you go.
Season. Oh, by the way, don't ever disrespect Justin Champagnie and not include him in this conversation as well. But then you have Jameer Watkins. You add a Will Riley. You add a Trey Johnson. Players under 25 years old, and oh, by the way, a footnote to Kobe Jones, Jalen Martin, and JT Thor. This Washington Wizards team feels loaded. It feels like they have young, fresh knees. All of these guys are willing to compete. And if you haven't had a chance to do this, I'm going to go ahead and just make a self-indulgent kind of tease. You need to get to Vegas. It's about to go down in the desert.
About to go down.
What are you expecting?
It's about to go down. Woo! I'm expecting some high-octane offense. When you look at this roster, it is shooters. There are shooters all over the place, 1 through 5.
Yes.
You have shooters. You have athleticism. You have versatility. You have guys that are willing to defend. So I'm looking forward to seeing this year's Wizards Summer League roster.
It's going to be going down. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a whole a statement about the fact that the guys who were drafted last year expected to go back and perform.
Yes.
No matter what your title is, no matter what your position, we had a great rookie year. But guess what? You're going to go back to Summer League and do it again.
That's going to set a great tone for these young guys that are coming in. I'm really looking at that. And, you know, a guy like Trey Johnson, I think the vets for the Wizards, you look at Marcus Smart, C.J. McCollum, Chris Middleton, particularly those last two, they will be great for him because they were also shooters when they first came into the league.